In this tutorial, you'll learn how to add case notes in the Case Management Hub platform. First, let's take a look at a few places you can add notes. Here on the main dashboard, you can click to add a case note. You can easily search your client. And then you can choose the note type. Organizations can create custom note types, and then those note types are available for everyone to use. Watch the video on creating custom note types to learn more about that. I'm going to use the basic note. Now, if that's all you need, you can click Save and save your case note. You can also do a few more things. Under More, you can specify which staff can see this case note. This can also be set as a global setting, so it will default every time you create a new note. You can also add a signature to a note. Now, one more thing you can do inside a note is you can do tracking. If you're tracking time, just click the time box. You can add your activity. You can add more than one if you like. And then you can add in your time. Depending on your organization's time format settings, you may see different increments in your minutes. For example, if my organization is using decimal time or quarter increments, then I'll see those reflected here. I can also assign a program if I like. And in my tracking, I can add an additional tracking tag. This allows me to classify and filter on different types of information about my tracking entry. Now, if I want to also add cost, I can simply click the cost box. And then I'll get an extra field to add that information in. Now, one other thing about tracking in the note. I can choose to use the timer, this manual entry, or I can put in a time range, which gives me a to and from. Now I'll save my case note. Because I added it from the main dashboard, it's going to keep me here. Using Add Note from the main dashboard can be very handy if you happen to be out in the field and you're working with a tablet or a phone, because you won't need to navigate anywhere else to get your case note added. Now, the next place you can add a note is in the client profile. And then choose a client. Here in the client profile, I'll have a Notes widget. And I'll be able to add a note from inside the profile. I'm going to get that same exact note interface that we used before. The main difference is because I'm already in the client profile, it's going to pre-populate that client's name. I can again choose my note type. And this time I won't fill out anything else. And now I have my note. I can look at it here. I can also see all notes over on the Notes table page. Just go to Actions and click Notes. And here I'm going to see a listing of different notes by their note type. Notice I'm looking at basic notes. I can also choose to look at a different note type at the same time, or I can look at all of them. As I scroll over, I'll be able to see the content of the notes. And I can easily export them all to Excel if needed. And of course, I'll only be seeing the notes according to my role permissions. Now here on the Notes page, you're going to see one more place you can add a note. If you happen to be working on the Master Table page, you can add a note right here. You're going to get the same interface that we looked at before. Now, one last thing. Here on the Notes table, you're going to see a Settings gear. This is where you can set your default note permission. You can choose I'll select who can view my notes on a note-by-note basis, or you can default all notes to having certain people that can view them by default. So that's an overview of case notes and how easy they are to add in the Case Management Hub.